Hello! In this lesson, I'm going to show you the queen of hairstyles, the Greek braid, which I made on straight hair using the loose rope technique. This technique is very popular now, and I hope you'll like it as much as I do. Let's get started! Well, let's get the next work started. It will be the queen of hairstyles, a Greek braid, which is made on long, straight hair in the loose rope technique. I've crimped the hair in advance. I told about crimping in details in the first lesson, and crimping makes hair airy and adds volume. I always begin styling from sectioning the hair. I'm parting the hair from top point of the head, the crown, to the middle of the ear, on the left side and on the right side. Clipping the hair. Now, the back of the head. I'm dividing the hair into two equal parts and clipping away the top part. Then, on the bottom part, I'm sectioning off the middle part of the hair vertically, about 4 centimeters. So we've got strand on left side, on the right side, and in the middle. The central strand should be narrower than the other two. This central strand will be the base of the Greek braid. I'm making good classical teasing from the roots to the ends, and a comb with rare teeth is to help me. And setting the teasing from all sides with hairspray. Putting on the bond ring. I've made it long. I've cut it out and unrolled, and now it's got a sausage shape. I'm putting the bond ring on the hair and securing with bobby pins at the bottom, on the left side and on the right side. The rest of the hair is being divided into 3 equal parts, with zigzag partings, clipping the side parts and started working with the middle one. I have hair powder by Osis. I'm applying the powder on the partings. It provides good extra volume and density to hair. It doesn't make hairs heavy or sticky. It is spread well because of a dispenser. And now I need to tease the back of the strands. A strand must be not wider than 1 centimeter. I'm pulling it straight up and making teasing about 3 centimeters above the roots. I'm combing the strand close to the roots and setting with hairspray. I'm using dry hairspray by Schwarzkopf Professional. Teasing every strand. The teasing must be tight enough to be able to keep the volume, and of course setting every strand with dry hairspray. Then I need to smooth the surface layer of the hair, keeping the teasing inside. I'm smoothing the strand on top and on sides. The teasing shouldn't be seen. I'm taking the wax spray. It's a cool thing. Mine is by Redken. It helps to get rid of all the flyaways and makes the hairstyle smoother. I'm spreading the wax spray over the hair with a comb. Twisting into a loose rope and moving it to the bottom of our bun. Pinning up and starting working with texture. I'm pulling the hair up in the center and a little towards the roots to make the volume beginning from the roots. I've pulled it up, smoothed with a comb with metal picks, placed a hairpin and set with dry hairspray. I'm taking the next strand and pulling up the hair carefully. Don't hurry. Pull the very edge of the strand. Pull it up, set with dry hairspray, and pinned up. The hairpin is for temporarily fixing. It's just a support for the texture. We will take away all the hairpins later. Now I'm pulling the third strand, pulling and setting with hairspray again. If it doesn't set with hairspray, it will fall down. And look, I'm smoothing the strand with metal picks of the comb, smoothing the flyaways. The strand is supposed to be smooth and neat. If there are any holes in the strand, then spread the hair. No, I'm pulling the edge of the strand, not to let the texture fall. It's becoming more convex, bigger, and the hairstyle will look more impressive. Now let's get to the side part. We have a side parting, and I'm making it zigzag. And next, I'm using the hair powder. I need to apply the hair powder to give the hair good extra volume and hold to the hairstyle. The next step is stitching the rest of the hair strand by strand. I'm separating a strand, pulling it straight up and making the back combing close to the roots. And don't forget to set every strand with hairspray after teasing. It's necessary. If you don't use hairspray, the hairstyle will suddenly lose its hold and the teasing will disappear. That's why we tease every strand about 1 cm and set it with hairspray. Next, I'm smoothing the top layer of the hair, smoothing the flyaways, and let's make the texture. I'm separating a strand about 3 cm. A tail end of the red tail comb is helping me, and it's perfect for parting hair. First, you should prepare the strand, comb it. Please pay special attention to the way I'm separating the strand. The parting goes a little diagonally, and I'm holding the strand on one hand and pulling up the texture with the other. First, I'm pulling the texture up and then towards the roots. It shouldn't look like it's falling down. The volume is supposed to begin from the roots. Set with wax spray and then with dry hairspray. I'm placing in a hairpin to finish the texture. This hairpin frees my hands, and I can easily finish the texture, make it neater and smoother. Pulling up one more strand. Look, I'm pulling it thin, holding the very edge. The texture will be more elegant and airy. I have placed the hairpin and braiding. I'm a hairstylist based on loose ropes. That's why I'm separating another strand and combining them. Twisting a rope. Work attentively, don't hurry. Pay special attention to the texture. It must be high and deep enough to make the whole pattern seen well on the hair. And adding a strand again into the rope, twisting, setting with the wax spray, and after that, smoothing the hair again. As the wax spray smoothes the hair, but after applying it, you should comb the hair, placing a hairpin for some time and finishing the texture. Pulling up carefully, smoothing with a comb. If the edge of the texture is thick, you'd better pull it up and make it thinner, so the texture will be more beautiful. Setting with dry hairspray and pinning up. I'm constantly working with the hairspray, and we can deepen the texture as well. Again, carefully pulling up the edge. It's very delicate work. And look, I'm combining the hair with the comb with metal picks, making it smoother. There shouldn't be any space between the textured strands inside. If it is, you need to spread the hair with metal picks to get rid of the hold. Securing with bobby pins, crisscrossed. And next applying some more hair powder, again on the rest of the hair. After that, I'm back combing it. Back combing is a necessary part of any big hairstyle. Without it, there will be no hold, no volume. We can avoid back combing or teasing, only in flat, classic hairstyles. We need to comb only the top layer of the hair. The teasing is inside. And again, I'm separating a strand with a diagonal part. Combed it and pulled a little towards the face, the edge of the strand, forming texture, and I'm deepening it with my fingers, giving it the direction, setting with dry hairspray, and I'm pulling one more textured strand, pinning it up, and adding another strand and twisting a rope. It's the loose rope technique, and it's very good and popular technique. You don't need to curl the hair. Everything can be done on straight hair using the loose rope technique. And setting with hairspray. I'm working slowly, taking my time, and I'm constantly combing the hair. If you constantly comb the hair, the strand will be smooth. Twist it and finishing with my fingers. Using my finger, I'm pulling up the edge of the strand, pulling the texture and working on the strands. If there are any gaps or holes, they must be worked out. And I'm taking a strand again, pulling it up and setting with hairspray, smoothing with the comb with metal picks. It's a very useful comb for creating texture patterns. Then I'm placing a hairpin again and working with the texture, strand by strand. Now I'm using a dry hairspray by Schwarzkopf. You can use any other hairspray, just be sure it holds well. I'm taking the strand on the right side, holding its end and pulling the strand up. It must be beautifully directed near the face. And I'm pulling it a little up and then towards the face. We need to make such a high curve. And bending the strand, we are setting the direction. I'm moving my hand a little upwards, creating an arch, and this is the swing technique. I'm pulling the strand a little towards the face and down. Twisting and placing a hairpin for some time and pulling texture again. I advise not to make fine texture, it shouldn't be small, and it can be bent because straight texture is not in fashion now. It's usually bent. And I'm constantly adding hairpins. Hairpins help to support the texture. Then I'm twisting the hair into rope. I'm taking the nearby strand and adding it into the rope. Twist it, pulled up the texture and having it set. I'm combing the hair again, grabbing the nearby strand, and twisting. This hairstyle is very easy if practiced a little. It can be made on straight hair. Pulling the texture again and setting with the wax spray. Smoothing the strand. And pinning up. The texture will look deeper. I'm taking the strand on the left side, twist it a little, and pinned up, and pulling it towards the face. Pay special attention to front strands. They are supposed to be very thin and elegant. And you can leave some strands near the face. All modern hairstyles are made with strands framing the face. It's beautiful. And going on twisting a rope and pulling out the texture. Texture never being pulled up smooth. That's why you pull it and don't be afraid to comb it. You comb it and after that it becomes smooth. And only after that you can work with wax spray, which smoothes your strand, and then pinch it and stick the strand with your hands. And finish with dry hairspray. And after the dry hairspray is applied, in the end, we can take the liquid hairspray and set all the hairstyle. Liquid hairspray is extra strong hold. Please note, I'm getting to the base of our Greek braid and we are going to secure the strands on it. I'm placing wooden skewers as supports. You can use wooden skewers, knitting needles, or just hairpins. Wooden skewers are longer than the hairpins and we can make higher and deeper texture, more dramatic pattern. Now I'm taking the strand on the right side and stretching it above the ear in the swing technique. Stretched and necessarily set it with hairspray. If you make the edge of the strand thin, it can be easily set with hairspray. If the edge of the strand is thick, it will be more difficult. I'm twisting the strand and moving it to the base of the braid. I'm sliding in the hairpin right into the long bun braid. It holds hairpins and bobby pins well. And mind the way I'm arranging the strands. I'm doing it crisscrossed. First, the right one placed and secured with a bobby pin, and then I'm putting the left strand on the right, crisscrossed. So the pattern goes crisscross. You form the hairstyle yourself with your hands. The pattern can be wider or smaller. When a pattern is bigger, it looks more interesting. So I'm stretching in the same way the strand on the left side. The strand is quite thin, pinning up temporarily and going on twisting, and I'm always adding one more strand while twisting. And I'm pulling up the edge of it with my fingers, creating a beautiful pattern out of the loose ropes. Let me remind you one more time, to make the pattern fixed well, use supports, hairpins or wooden skewers, or both of them. And I'm twisting the rope diagonally in the direction the braid goes. The braid goes down, that's why the rope goes the same way, diagonally. And I'm combing the next strand and twisting in the same way, diagonally and down, pulling up the strand and twisting again. The main thing, don't forget to twist the strand. Only if twisting, you can get a pattern out of loose ropes. If you don't twist strands, you can't make this pattern. Setting with hairspray. It's a quick and easy technique and looks gorgeous. And of course I'm working on long hair, as the Greek braid looks good only on long hair or on middle length hair, a little lower than a bra clasp. If the hair is shoulder length, then this hairstyle doesn't look good. Now I'm taking the liquid hairspray. As the top part of the hairstyle is already properly done, I can set it with the liquid hairspray. Again, stretching a strand. You decide yourself the way your pattern will go. Stretch the strand, twisting away from myself, twist it, and set with hairspray at once. Adding the next strand and going on twisting. Twisting diagonally and down, securing with a bobby pin. And I'm setting every strand with a bobby pin, not a hairpin, as hairpins are just for temporary fixing, and bobby pins hold the hairstyle well. I'm stretching the strand on the right side in the same way. As you may have noted, I'm not twisting a lot here. I just need to stretch the strand over the width of the Greek braid. The form itself is important here. It shouldn't be thin or flat, and due to these strands that are being pulled up, the higher the better, and they help to create the volume of the hairstyle. Well, the rope is quite small here. I need to stretch well the left and the right sides. Setting with liquid hairspray and a bobby pin. Bobby pins are slided in easily into the bond ring. Repeating the pattern on the left side, combed it. Be sure the strand is smooth. If there are any flyaways, the strand won't be neat. First smooth it, then wax spray, next the comb, and only after that you can stretch it. Stretched and set with dry hairspray. Placing in wooden skewers, and I need to have high texture here, so the hairpins are not suitable. I'm using common wooden skewers, and they are good for styling. Hair doesn't slide on them. Pulling up on the other side in the same way, stretched, set, and a wooden skewer. Wooden skewers are sold in common supermarkets. Forming the Greek braid, you know the hairstyle will be perfectly kept in place because we've made a good base, we prepared the hair well, and we are working it out properly with the styling products. The main thing is to secure every strand with a bobby pin, not a hairpin, a bobby pin. Misting some hairspray in pointwise over 25-30 cm away from the hair with discontinuous movements, not to let the hair get stuck together. If you spray closer, the hair will get stuck and wet, and your hands will be sticky as well, and it's not good for working. I'm spraying with discontinuous movements, 3-4 times, sprayed, smoothed with my fingers, and spraying again until the strand gets hard. At the same time, the hairstyle should look naturally. It mustn't look overdone with styling products. That's why apply styling products right. Spraying pointwise with discontinuous movements, smoothing with a comb, and then with fingers, and applying liquid hairspray. I use the liquid hairspray step by step, only if I'm sure nothing is to be corrected anymore, as liquid hairspray is extra strong hold. And look, the bun ring is seen a little bit, and I'm tucking it to make it not seen, and securing with a bobby pin to make it slightly narrower. Finishing the strand, stretching it. We are not able to twist the rope here as the end is very thin. It's enough just to stretch the strand, set with the hairspray, and arrange in a beautiful way. As soon as the strand is arranged, I'm securing it with a bobby pin, every strand, pulling the texture inside and creating a beautiful pattern. In the first part of my styling course, I made a Greek braid on straight hair too, based on loose ropes. But the pattern was completely different because the ropes were twisted into patterns. And I think it's a unique technique. Loose rope hairstyles are extremely popular now. Not only Greek braids can be made, but other hairstyles as well, such as high, middle, and low buns. You make your work easier. You don't need to curl the hair, it just needs some practice. It's quite easy and quick, and as nice if it was curled. Using a curling iron is not so popular way of styling now. Look, I'm curling only the ends here, because they are very thin and I need to finish the hairstyle beautifully. That's why I'm curling them a little, to make my work easier. Teasing the back of the strands to add some density as they are too thin. And next wax spray goes, and finishing, we need to make a beautiful end. Please pay special attention to the ends, they are supposed to be smooth and neat. And securing with small bobby pins from inside. My small bobby pins are size 40. As the hair is very long, I asked my model to stand up. It's not easy to work with such long hair when the model sits. And finishing the very end. If the end doesn't look nice, you can just hide it. And I made up my mind to tease it and hide inside, to make it blend nicely with the hairstyle. I'm tucking it and setting with hairspray and securing with a small bobby pin inside, sliding it into the base of the Greek braid. Well, our chic royal hairstyle is ready. Look at it from all sides. We've made a beautiful pattern out of loose ropes.
In the stillness somewhere above, the city lights, you're falling in love. Still aware, you know it is true.
Our lesson is over. I want to remind you that this hairstyle, the Greek braid, looks better on long hair. I tried to give you the detailed information and I hope it was clear for you. And as usual, I'm waiting for your homework. Goodbye.
Lucid dreaming over toes. Tokyo.